is every single freaking character I currently play in Sonic Plushies Stupid Adventures. From one-offs to main characters, there's a lot to take a look at here. So, with that being said, let's get started. Alrighty, so I'm going to be going in order of appearance. First up is Tails. Yes, Tails is the first character that ever spoke in Sonic Plushies Stupid Adventures. He first appeared in the first Sonic Boom 10 episode. And he is my favorite Sonic Plushies Stupid Adventures character to play. He's just... I don't know why I like him so much. He's just one of my favorites. And, I guess it's just his personality and overall what I've done with his character. But, yeah. By the way, his latest appearance was in, The Hitman. So, yeah. He's very much a main character. Moving on to Sonic. Oh boy, Sonic. What can I say about Sonic? Well, he's kind of just the straight man of the bunch. He has appeared in a bunch of videos. His first appearance was, of course, the second Sonic Boom 10 episode. And his latest appearance was Sonic Stupid Adventure 2020 Part 2. But this wasn't the original Sonic plush. Of course, back in the original Sonic Boom 10 episode, well, the second one, and all the way up to Sonic's death and resurrection, which was like 3 years later, I used this one. Yes, he is still crippled. And he was crippled when we were filming a Bitterman scene for a video that never actually came to exist. So, yeah, that's Sonic. I like Sonic as a character, but he's just kind of there. Even though the series is, the first S in SPSA stands for Sonic, I don't really use him that often. I need to change that. But yeah, Sonic is a pretty good character. Mario and Luigi are up next. Luigi's first appearance was in Tails in Charge Part 1, and that was also Mario's first appearance. And we can't talk about Mario without talking about Leppy the Lion. Yeah, I don't really use Leppy that often, but Leppy is Mario's imaginary friend. Plain and simple. Mario and Luigi's latest appearances were, of course, SPSA Sonic's Stupid Adventure 2020 Part 2. So moving on to the next set of characters. I'm Knuckles! Yes, Knuckles, we know. Knuckles. What is there to say about Knuckles? Well, he's a... That, and he's a big frickin' idiot. He likes stating the obvious and asking dumb, obvious questions that he should know the answer to, and he's probably one of my least favorite characters to play, but, he's also one of the most frequent appearing characters, next to Tails. His first appearance was, Knuckles' first appearance was the sex change, and his latest appearance is Sonic Stupid Adventure 2020 Part 2. Moving on. Junior, Joseph, and Cody. The only other 3 Mario representatives I have on the channel. And they're decent characters. Of course, they're modeled after the Super Mario Logan characters of the same names. Pretty much for Joseph and Cody, it's in name and voices only, because Cody is a Yoshi instead of a Magic Koopa. And Joseph's just kind of there. But that's beside the point. Junior's first appearance was in Tails in Charge Part 2, and Joseph and Cody's first appearances were in Eggman Takes Over. Anyway, on to the next characters. Next up is everyone's favorite Disney character, Mickey Mouse. His first appearance was SPSA, the Remake Mashup Special, Part 1, and his latest appearance was The Hitman. Mickey's a pretty fun character to play. He's a happy-go-lucky character. But if I need to, I can subvert that personality when the story calls for it, as I did in Mickey Gets the Big Sad, parts 1 and 2, and the OG cut of part 1. But yeah, Mickey's a pretty decent character, and I actually really like his character. Moving on. Eggman wasn't in the group shot at the beginning of the segment, and I kind of forgot he appeared along with Tails in the Sonic Boom 10 episodes, but I'm inserting him here just cause. Yeah, so like I said, his first appearance was in the Sonic Boom 10 episodes, where he used to be a leopard. I've relegated this plush to Eggman's cousin, but Eggman used to be a leopard. But before he used to be a leopard, he used to be a caterpillar. That plush didn't belong to me, so I don't have it. But anyway, Eggman's a pretty decent character, and he's kind of the smart character. He's kind of more the sciencey character, where Tails, if you need something hacked or coded or pretty much anything that involves computers, you go to Tails. If you need something to blow up, yeah, Eggman's your guy. Anyway, moving on. Keely and Buff Sonic. Or, as Keely was known in SPSA the movie, Dr. Penis Asshole. Viewer discretion is advised, as of now. So, yeah. Thanks, Beep Boop Plays, for that. Anyway, Keely, of course, first appeared in SPSA the movie, which is back on the channel where it frickin' belongs, now, so that's cool. But, yeah, and also Buff Sonic also appeared in SPSA the movie. That's why I'm putting him here. And, Buff Sonic, I pretty much, directly stole, in name only, from Spin Dash Pro, the creator of Sonic Plush Adventures, who was pretty much my main source of inspiration early on, along with Super Mario Logan and others. But, yeah, Buff Sonic, pretty much he's nothing like his Spin Dash Pro counterpart. He's smart and cunning, hence why he's the main villain of the series. Anyway, that was, of course, Keely and Buff Sonic. Moving on. Next up is Lammy. Her first appearance was SPSA Sonic Stupid Adventure 2018. No, I refuse to acknowledge Bowser Jr.'s anniversary as her first appearance, because that video is garbage and literally the worst thing I've ever posted on the internet. Anyway, so yeah, and Lammy's latest appearance was, of course, in SPSA Sonic Stupid Adventure 2020 Part 2. So yeah, anyway, that was Lammy. She's pretty much just a stereotypical girl character. Nothing really much to say about it. I need and I'm just gonna say this now, I need a female voice actor eventually, because I cannot just voice all the female characters myself. Thanks for that. Anyway, on to the next character. Breaking news, guy! This is my character segment. Indeed it is, Bitterman. Bitterman was first introduced officially as the Red Bear plush in Sonic Plushie's Stupid Adventures Bowser Jr. Dies, which, coincidentally, was the first video of 2019. But we'll talk about 2019 as a year of SPSA later when I talk about the channel as a whole later. But anyway, moving on. Bitterman is, of course, your friendly neighborhood news anchor. That's literally his character. Now, he was originally modeled after Super Mario Logan's Mr. Goodman, because he would ask Sonic for his house payment, but I'm like, yeah, making him only the news guy and only interact with the main cast some of the time would be more, I guess, not copying Super Mario Logan. So yeah, Bitterman. He's my second favorite Sonic Plushie Stupid Adventures character. So yeah, let's move on. Next up is everyone's favorite friendly neighborhood officer, Brooklyn Cop. He first appeared in SPSA Tails Gets Arrested, and his latest appearance was in SPSA The Hitman. So yeah, Brooklyn Cop, it is of course modeled after Super Mario Logan's Brooklyn T. Guy, But unlike Brooklyn T. Guy, he doesn't have a billion jobs. He is only a cop. And yeah, we're not even halfway done yet. But yeah, so Brooklyn Cop, my third favorite Sonic Plushie Stupid Adventures character. He's just a blast to play. Anyway, moving on.
This is my character segment!
Shut up, Elmo. Yes, Elmo does appear in the series. Now, I should have probably went over this in the beginning, but to qualify as a character in this group shot, you had to have appeared in a video more than once, and you had to have appeared in a video that was shot this year. And my stupid self brought Elmo back, so he qualifies as a part of this group shot.
You're an idiot!
Yes, Elmo, I know. Beep Boop already calls me an idiot. I don't need you calling me an idiot, too.
You're still an idiot!
Anyway, Elmo's first appearance was in SPSA, Elmo's Mistake, and his latest appearance was, his latest and probably last appearance was when he got shot by Keeley in SPSA Sonic Stupid Adventure 2020 Part 2. It probably won't be his last appearance, but whatever. But yeah, I should have put Elmo in, or before Brooklyn Cop, because he did appear before Brooklyn Cop, but I forgot that. So, he's appearing now.
This segment is stupid!
You're stupid. Anyway, moving on. Next up is the panda. No, I have no idea where that cheering comes from. Anyway, the panda first appeared in, one of the 2019 crime videos. I think it was either part 1 or the Lost Files. Yeah, I think it was part 1. But anyway, yeah, he either appeared in the Lost Files or part 1, and his latest appearance was in, SPSA The Sick Crime Part 2. So yeah, Panda's just another bad guy. Plain and simple. So yeah, moving on. And next up is me. Yes, I'm a character in the series, and this is my segment. I first appeared in SPSA Mickey Has the Big Sad Part 1, and my latest appearance was in SPSA Bitterman's Rivalry. So yeah, not really much to say about myself, since I'm literally playing myself as this character, but, yeah, so moving on. The profits have been on decline. Yes, next up is Howard the Drunk Pizza Monkey. Well, he works at Wendy's now, but you get the point. Yeah, he is probably one of my least favorite characters in the show, but every series needs a character that the audience just loves to hate. And, yeah, so, Howard is going to be filling that role quite nicely. His first appearance was in SPSA The Food, and his latest appearance was in SPSA Sonic Stupid Adventure 2020 Part 1. So yeah, he's pretty much just drunk, and he's the character that you're meant to hate. Even though I'm sure there's some of you sadomasochists out there that would actually defend and even like this character, but yeah, he's the character you're supposed to hate. Next up is Fluff, the station manager. And her name is derived from a character from a book I'm writing. And so yeah, she in SPSA is Mr. Bitterman's news station manager. So yeah, she's only had 2 appearances, one in SPSA The Crime, The Bitterman Files, and her latest appearance was in SPSA Sonic Stupid Adventure Part 1. So yeah, moving on. Next up is our favorite crime overlord, the Dolphin. But in his first appearance, he wasn't a criminal. His first appearance was SPSA The Quarantine episode, and his latest appearance is SPSA The Crime Part 2. So, or SPSA The Crime Episode 2, I should say. But, yeah. Dolphin's pretty much just a crime lord. I mean, this plushie is so beat up, like, why wouldn't I make him a thug? Anyway, moving on. And finally, the final character that I currently play in Sonic Plushie's Stupid Adventures that has appeared more than once and has appeared in a video this year, Police Chief Guy. His first appearance was in SPSA The Crime, Episode 1, and his latest appearance was in SPSA The Hitman. So yeah. This was a long freaking segment, so let me reset up the group photo, and then we'll get to the next topic of this video, which is my top 5 favorite and least favorite 2020 SPSA episodes. Anyway, yeah, let me fix up the group shot, and then we'll begin the introduction to the next segment. Oh, I almost forgot Bowser. And I'll make this quick. His first appearance is in SPSA Sonic Stupid Adventure Part 1, and his latest appearance is in Sonic Stupid Adventure Part 2. Well, Sonic Stupid Adventure 2020 Part 2. I should have specified that, but whatever. So the next scene isn't actually going to be my top 5 best and worst SPSA episodes of 2020. It is actually going to be a look at the 2 characters that have officially appeared that my buddy Beep Boop Gaming has played. So yeah, let's get to that. After setting up the rest of the group shot, now we're going to get to the characters that are played by my good buddy and editor Beep Boop Gaming. So let's get to that.
This is Lolbit. I swear to God I'm a Sonic Plush channel. Anyway, she's pretty much, well, she was introduced as Bitterman's rival, but now she's she runs her own TV empire, and she is voiced by my good buddy Beep Boop Gaming, if you would like to say something.
Hang on, say that again.
And she's transgender.
Yeah, so, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's the first character of 3. So let's get into the next character. And next is the second character that Beep Boop plays, the Australia cop. He's an Australian cop. And I'm kind of breaking my own rules here because he technically hasn't made an appearance in an SPSA episode, but I'm making an exception here. So yeah, anyway, moving on.
Third Beep Boop character. Now you're probably wondering why the frick I'm just having a picture of the group shot rather than the plushie for this character. It's because we don't have one for her yet. Of course, the character I'm referring to is Ruby. She works for the Proto Organization, and I have an embargo in place that prevents me from saying anything else about her at this current moment. So, moving on to the last character, who isn't really a character, it's just the persona Beep Boop puts on as my editor. So let's get to that. Beep Boop himself. Not really a character, but it is a persona that Beep Boop has decided to put on while he's my editor. So, yeah. Say hi.
Beep boop.
Yep, so yeah, that is the last of this segment. Now the next segment is my top 5 best and worst Sonic Plushie Stupid Adventures episodes of 2020. So, let's get to that. Alrighty, so I decided instead of doing a top 5 best and worst SPSA episodes that I'm just going to give my brief thoughts on each video. So we have 39 videos in total, so let's get to it. If they're a part of if they are a part of a series, I will be ranking the series as a whole, not the videos individually. So stuff like the battle, the crime, the Oreo debate, the camping episode. If it's a multi-part video or a part of a series, I will be ranking every part as a whole, and or every part as a whole instead of every part individually. So yeah, let's jump right into the first video, SPSA Short, The food.
The food was just a whatever video. It was the first thing I uploaded this year that wasn't an update video, and its premise is basically just Tails wants some food, or Sonic and Tails are out of food, so Tails goes to the store and get more. And it ends with Tails eating all the food and Sonic presumably exploding. But this is before I actually edited explosions into my videos. So, yeah, it just... The beginning was kind of, the beginning was okay. The ending was okay. The video was just okay. Yeah. 4.5 out of 10. Moving on.
Spsa The Machine. This short was kind of in the same boat as, the food, mainly because it kind of sucked. Like, this video was extremely boring, and the plot went absolutely nowhere. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. 2 out of 10. Next up is the Battle series, which has 3 episodes. And like I said, I will be ranking every episode in a series as a whole rather than doing them individually. So the Battle, aka the first 3 episodes of the Buff Sonic story arc. And this one was pretty good. It was the first video where I really put some thought into the story, and the Battle Part 3 especially has some good location variety too. So yeah, the Battle series I give a solid 6 out of 10. Not as good as what will come later, but still a great starting point in terms of the regular non-short SPSA videos of 2020. Next up is the one where they break the fourth wall a lot. And I hate this video. I don't know why I made this video. But the premise is they basically just break the fourth wall a lot. And I mean, the jokes are pretty good, but the video itself is just bland, boring, and with not much substance. So, yeah. 3 out of 10. Actually, no, 1 out of 10. Alright, next up is the Oreo debate. Another short. And this was an okay video. It just had a dumb premise. Knuckles ate Sonic's Oreos and they start fighting over it. So, yeah. It's a decent video with a decent premise and a decent story. 7 out of 10. The quarantine episode. A video in a series that I like to call Elmo Torture. Why do I like to call it Elmo Torture? It's quite simple. Every single character in it frickin' tortures Elmo. But that's pretty much it. This video was pretty good. And because it's called the quarantine episode, you can tell when it was made. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Insert my thoughts for Oreo Debate 1 here, and you have my thoughts for Oreo Debate 2. And, same rank as Oreo Debate 1, too. So, yeah, moving on. Evil Eggman. Basically, Buff Sonic uses the Evilizer 69,000 on Eggman and turns him evil. And stupid. So I get to bring back the best joke in an SPSA. Get on the ground. And again, as for the video itself, it's decent. Not one of my favorites, like I said before, but still decent and still worth a watch. 7 out of 10. Next up is both Mickey's lawsuit and Mr. Bitterman Gets Sued. Now, I'm doing both of these at the same time because they're pretty much the same video. Mickey trips over the bed and gets sued, and then he sues Bitterman for some reason. Anyway, both of these videos are decent videos. And it's Mickey's first appearance of 2020, so, yeah, both these videos, 6 out of 10. Not great, but not bad either. The camping episode series, or camping episode series. Basically, I got a tent. I wanted to use the tent as a set for a video, and I ended up making 3 videos out of it. These videos are a part of the Buff Sonic arc. In fact, they're the last videos of the Buff Sonic arc before the second movie, so yeah. As for the ranking, 8 out of 10 for all of them. They all follow a similar format, so whatever. Civil War is not canon to the current SPSA timeline, even though I do reference the Panda owing Bitterman money because Panda bought the tent in subsequent videos. Yeah, this video is not canon to the current SPSA timeline. It just kind of exists. But as for the video itself, the Panda is probably one of my favorite villains, and he was pretty good in this video, so 7 out of 10. He has the Big Sad, and Mickey has the Big Sad Part 2, plus Mickey gets the Big Sad Part 1 OG cut. Yeah, if you watch the original cut of Mickey Gets the Big Sad, you'll probably see why I redid it. But these videos are pretty good. They give Mickey some much needed character development, and these videos are a great example of what I meant when I said I could basically take Mickey's happy-go-lucky personality and subvert it when I need to. But yeah, so 9 out of 10 for both of them. Tails Roast a YouTuber and Tails Roast a YouTuber Part 2. These were the first and currently only appearance of Sonic SquarePants 124. And Tails kind of just roasts him in this video. Now, King of the Gamers as a whole, and I may do an entire video on King of the Gamers, talking about it, but King of the Gamers, it's just kind of a throwaway story arc that I do want to complete eventually. Speaking of King of the Gamers, parts 1, 2, and 3. These videos are decent. They're pretty well paced, and they have a pretty decent story. Basically, Tails gets fed up with stairs and decides to organize a cult to, I guess, declare war on stairs. I can't take credit for coming up with this dumb premise. I'll have to credit that to my buddy Rhodes, but yeah, moving on. Anyway, moving on to the next batch. As for ranking on King of the Gamers, 7 out of 10. The Bitterman Files, the 46-minute pilot to what would ultimately become the new SPSA, the crime series. I wanted this to be a more Brooklyn Cop-centered series, and yeah, so the Bitterman Files introduced the Dolphin as a proper villain, and reintroduced the Panda as a villain. So yeah, the Bitterman Files, I'll give a solid 9 out of 10. It was pretty good. The first 3 episodes of the crime series. Now, I'll rank Set Crime separately, even though those are a part of the crime series, but as for the crime series itself, it's probably one of my favorite series I've ever done. And yeah, so the crime episode 3 was actually the first episode where I really decided to step up my game in terms of editing. So yeah, moving on to the Sit Crime, because it's next. The Sit Crime. This is a sub-series of the crime series, and it basically follows Panda and Doofy the Dragon as they use their respective TV shows as a cover-up for an illegal operation. That's pretty much it, and as for the ranking, 8 out of 10. They're decent videos. They're also really well edited. Anyway, moving on. I gave my editor an editing challenge, and this was the result. Yeah, that's literally what the episode's called, and the title is also the premise of the video. I decided to give my editor a challenge where I pretty much give him a video that he has to edit with no direction whatsoever, and he did do that. As for the video itself, I think it's pretty funny. While I'm not going to give any video a perfect 10 out of 10, this video gets a 9. The nukes, Fallout, Fallout 2, and the debate. These are all following the nuclear apocalypse storyline that we're still doing to this day. So yeah, that's the current storyline, I guess. Now, I'm not allowed to disclose anything else in this storyline, but I can talk about the videos we have done. The nukes, pretty decent, although Mickey's kind of uncharacteristically an idiot. He is an idiot, but not to this degree. Fallout and Fallout 2 are pretty much interchangeable. You can watch one without watching the other and vice versa. And the debate. Oh, I loved doing this video. This video was a lot of fun, and this was also where the Proto organization came from. And again, I'm not allowed to disclose anything else. So as for ranking of this batch of videos, 8 out of 10 for all of them. Anyway, moving on. Sonic Stupid Adventure 2020, Parts 1 and 2. This is the second annual Sonic Stupid Adventures episode, and yes, I am making Sonic Stupid Adventure an annual thing, and this is the 2020 edition. Now, I basically wanted this one to be bigger and better in pretty much every way than the original 2018 video, so it was pretty good. As for ranking, I give it a solid 9 out of 10. Oh shoot, I forgot Bitterman's Rivalry. This video was pretty good. It introduced Lolbit and her news channel. And it kind of annoys me that we pretty much threw out that rivalry one video later, but hey, Bitterman's Rivalry was a fun video, and yeah, Lolbit's pretty much become a permanent member of the SPSA cast, so prepare to see more of her. Anyway, moving on. Oh, and as for the ranking for Bitterman's Rivalry, that's another 8 out of 10. Tails Goes to Hell. I'm pretty sure the title tells you everything you need to know about it. 8 out of 10. And the final 2020 video, as of the recording of this episode, I don't want to see any comments being like, oh, you forgot this video, oh, you forgot that video. I recorded and uploaded those I would have recorded and uploaded those videos after this one, so I might do an end of the year ranking where I legitimately go back and rewatch all of them and rank every 2020 episode, but this is just a brief overview and ranking of the current 2020 episodes. So anyway, moving on. The Hitman, the final episode of 2020, as of the recording of this episode. It was decent. It had some pretty good jokes, and it was decent overall. The Hitman gets a 9 out of 10. Anyway, moving on to Section 3, which I haven't decided what Section 3 will be yet. Maybe maybe it'll just be the conclusion, if I can't think of anything else to talk about. Anyway, let's get into that.